But what I know is I'm feeling just fine. My life is like a red carpet, and I'm feeling like the richest millionaire. This is my local mayor, and I'm the biggest star around. What's happening, fam? L.A.R. movement still moving. Subscribe or die trying. You see the thumbnail, man. That's Nas. You can hate me now video. The persecution of hip hop. So a few things happened. I was watching an old interview of a rapper that's in YSL. You know, he was. You want pop? Ask the interviewer. You want perk? You want pop perk? You know, pop perk. I do have about 10 of them in my bag. Thank you. And it's like, he's like, no. And he was like, no. It's like, can you do the interview? Sure, I can do the interview. What you think? I ain't no addict. And it's like, bro, you an addict. And then I saw this video of this pastor that was from a few years back talking about he had a heart attack or something like that. And he went to hell. And one of the things he saw in hell was people singing Rihanna Umbrella as like torture to people. And he was like, you know, people are using music to torture people in hell, like, you know, because the messages are devilish or demonic in themselves. Now I don't know why Umbrella would be demonic, but I ain't really listened to all the lyrics. But if I'm not mistaken, Umbrella was basically a song that was saying, you know, I'm a friend of yours, and you know, if ever it rains on you, I'll be your umbrella. And I remember that was written by The Dream, if I ain't mistaken. But when people think about hip hop in its entirety, and that's singing, that's R&B, but you know, when people think about hip hop in its entirety, where it started to where it's at now, and people go, you know, the culture is a detriment to society. For the most part, man, you can't dispute that. But the ironic thing about it is, and this is one thing about hip hop that's always been true. There's always been hip hop that's not destructive out at the very same time as hip hop is that's destructive. It's people gravitate to the destructive stuff. So sometimes, you know, hip hop gets a bad rap because you didn't want to listen to the uplifting song. You didn't want to listen to the real life song. You wanted to listen to the debauchery. That's what made you happy. Oh, the debauchery. Oh, you know, that's what I like. It hit hard, and it's like, And the older you get, and the reason I'm saying I use that pastor as a reference because the older I've gotten, I try not to listen to songs that are just full of negativity. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, why do I want that? It's not going to, you know, and sometimes I'll go back to the stuff I used to listen to when we was a kid in Chicago, man. And that's in the 90s. You know, every now and then, like, I ain't listen now and this. You know, I listen to psychodrama every blue moon just to remember, yo, wow. Yeah, that was a joint back in the day. But I can't do it. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes, you know, and because the plethora of music that's good, that has is a good jam and a good message, there's far more things that are either uplifting or real life introspective or learning tools or teaching tools that I've seen in hip hop than I've seen in negative. But I gotta say I gravitated to that stuff. You know, I ain't believe in murder, 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 kill, kill, kill. You know, I listen to it, but then it's like, I ain't believe in all the drug dealing music. You know, because like, because I hung around people who deal drugs, and you know, those people ain't going around snitching on themselves. You know, you gotta, you know, y'all just getting caught up to the RICO charges, and yo, yeah, you know, I said it in the song. And people been getting locked up for that since the late '90s. They said something in the song and did a video, and then, you know, police and the judge said, "Oh, thanks for solving that crime." But you know, talking about criminality ain't entertaining to me. But this is why hip hop is persecuted, because that's the bulk of what people listen to. And the interesting thing is, you know, and I said this before, like if you think about the top 10, top 100, top 25, 50, top 100 songs in hip hop of all time, 9 times out of 10, the bulk of those songs are not going to be murder, murder, kill, kill, I sell dope songs. They're not. They're not. I know people don't realize that, because people don't look at it in its totality. It's not going to be those kind of songs. It might be party songs. It might be balling songs, But when it comes to like the totality, like we overlook a lot of hip hop classics that are great songs, that have a great message, because, they're not, it's not like they're hot at the moment. Like, I'm gonna tell you something. Dear Mama is a far bigger song than California Love. I Get Around is probably a far bigger song. Temptations and stuff like that. Hip Hop Hooray is probably a far bigger song than people forget. Fight the Power is a far bigger song than people understand. You get what I'm saying? Stronger is a far bigger song. Power is a far bigger song than people get. A lot of times we go, oh dang, that is a classic. That is this and that is that. But that's the part of the persecution in hip hop, because what you listening to, BMF, Rick Ross, oh, that's a jam. It's jam. But then it's like, okay, is it bigger than more money, more problems? Probably not. You know what I'm saying? Sky's the limit? Probably not. You know what I'm saying? But we don't think about it. A lot of people don't, and some things are looked over. Like, you remember Retrospect for Life? A lot of y'all don't even know what that is anymore. You know what I'm saying? Black Eyed Peas, boom, boom, boom. Like, that's still a classic. It's still a hip hop classic, whether you like it or not. You know what I'm saying? DMX has a bunch of them slipping. Stop Being Greedy is a monster. But how's it going down? But when we look at hip hop, it's like, One Mic. That's why I really got this on there. One Mic is a classic, man. One of the hardest songs in hip hop history, in my opinion. But think about it. Outkast, some numerous ones. But when we think of hip hop now, we just think of bang, 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 shoot, 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 do drugs. It's like, is it hip hop's fault or is it the listener's fault? And I would say it's a bit of both. But tell me what you think, man. Like, share, subscribe, or die trying. Catch y'all on the next one. Peace.
You ever been at the top of the universe? I'm gonna take you there.